Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 22 of the Dear Herbalist podcast titled, What is an Herb Farmer? So, over the next 9 podcasts, I'm going to be talking to you about individualized paths that I kind of gathered and categorized that I feel that herbalists can go. With each podcast as we progress going forward, I'm going to be talking to you about the characteristics of that particular path, as well as, what you need to know in order to be on that particular path in herbal medicine. And I did it this way because I felt like when I got started in herbal medicine, I got quickly overwhelmed because there was so much information to know. And so I started out as a clinical herbalist. I wanted to see clients and, I did a little research and that type of stuff. But then I moved over more towards the research and education side, as well as product making side of herbal medicine. And that's kind of where I've been ever since. And so if I can help anyone out there gain an understanding of kind of which path that they should go into, I think I've done my due diligence, I hope. But I just want to help people along the way so that they can understand, you don't have to eat the whole elephant, right? You can take a little bit at a time, and you may start out in one path and you may end up on another. That's just kind of how it goes. But either way, you're not being slammed in the face with, okay, I'm an herbalist. Now what? So I need to know everything about everything, and you won't. And there's no way to know everything about everything. I don't know everything about everything. And that's okay. We know what we're supposed to know for the people that we're supposed to serve. So let's get into what is an herb farmer. So an herb farmer, that is the first field that we're going to talk about. So if you're interested in herb farming, go ahead and listen in. Even if you're not, let's just say you're on the fence, you're not really sure, listen in anyway. I have some good information for you today. All right, so what is an herb farmer? An herb farmer is an individual who specializes in cultivating, harvesting, and processing herbs for various purposes. Herb farmers may grow a wide range of herbs, including culinary herbs, medicinal herbs, aromatic herbs, and herbs used in cosmetics or natural products. They typically cultivate herbs on a farm or agricultural land using sustainable and organic farming practices to produce high-quality herbs for sale to consumers, other herbalists, manufacturers, and other businesses. Herb farmers may also engage in activities such as drying, packaging, and value-added processing of herbs to prepare them for distribution and sale. Overall, herb farmers play a vital role in supplying fresh, locally grown herbs to meet the diverse needs of consumers and other herbalists in the field. So herb farmers are very vital to the field of herbal medicine. Okay. Now, there are some herbalists out there, including me. I grow a little bit of my own, and I know some people grow their own as well. I don't do it on a large scale, though. And so I have bought herbs from other herb farmers who actually grow, fields of herbs. Okay. So herb farming is very important because there's a lot of herbalists out there, especially product making herbalists, that want to know that the herbs that they're using are potent, that are picked in the right season, that they are the actual herb that they're looking for. And so, herb farmers are very, very important. All right. So if you're interested in becoming an herb farmer, I'm going to give you some things that you'll need to know or consider. Okay. Number 1 is research and education. Start by researching different types of herbs, their growing requirements, and potential market demand. So do people, are herbalists, other herbalists, or other people, are they really looking for this particular type of herb? Then you want to consider adding that or growing that as well. Consider enrolling in courses, workshops, or even training programs on herb farming, organic agriculture, and sustainable farming practices so that you can gain the knowledge and skills that you need in order to be able to do this. Now, you don't necessarily need a degree to be an herb farmer. You can get formal education in agriculture, horticulture, or even botany. these things can be very beneficial to you. And many successful herb farmers have gained the knowledge and skills, through those courses, but they've also learned through hands-on experience, self-study, and even mentorship. And so let me give you a few ways really quick while we're on the education piece on how you can expand your education. Number one, you can look at doing apprenticeships or internships. You can seek opportunities to work or apprentice on farms or with experienced herbalists to gain practical experience and learn essential skills firsthand. Many farms can offer internships or apprenticeship programs where you can learn about herb cultivation, harvesting techniques, and farm management. Another way you can learn is through workshops and training programs. So you can attend workshops, seminars, training programs that are offered by agricultural extension offices, universities, botanical gardens, and farming organizations. These educational events cover many topics such as organic farming practices, soil health, pest management, and herb cultivation techniques. And I know specifically where I'm at, there is a group here that have these type of courses that are even free. They'll give you a little lunch and then you come, you learn about these things. So it's really amazing. Use your resources in your area. Another way you can get learning is through online courses and webinars. So there's, tons of online courses, webinars, and educational resources on herb farming, organic agriculture, and sustainable farming practices. Many reputable organizations offer online learning platforms where you can learn anything about herbs, the farming techniques, all of that stuff. And they even offer downloadable resources to kind of help you expand your knowledge at your own pace. Some even offer recorded lectures and even interactive modules, which can help you as well. Another way you can learn is through books and publications. So there's a lot of books out there, articles, publications on herb farming, botanical medicine, and sustainable agriculture. This will help you deepen your understanding of plants as well as, their cultivation. So look for authoritative resources on, plants and botanical medicine, like I said before, and make sure they're written by experienced herbalists, farmers, and researchers so that you can learn from their expertise and gain insight on how to do these things and do it the correct way. Another learning avenue is through networking and peer learning. So you can connect with other you can connect with other herb farmers, as well as agricultural professionals and herbalists through local farming organizations, community gardens, online forums, as well as social media groups. Networking allows you to engage in ideas, sharing, and you can share your experiences. You can also learn from other people. What you've learned, you can teach, and what they've learned, they can teach you as well. And then you can support each other. We all need that extra support in the field so you can get valuable support as well as resources for your herb farming journey. So you don't have to feel like you're out there alone. When something won't grow or you might have, made a mistake somewhere, you can build a network of people that will support you through that process. All right. And another thing, I guess, lastly, for the education piece is that you can look into continuing education programs. So explore continuing education programs, certificate courses, and professional development opportunities related to herb farming and agricultural entrepreneurship. So many universities, colleges, and agricultural institutions offer these things and offer programs as well designed to help you develop the knowledge, skills, as well as the business side of the house needed to be successful in herb farming. All right, so that is the educational component. Next thing you need to know or to be or to do as an herb farmer is to know how to evaluate land and resources. So you want to be able to assess available land, the soil quality, the water access to the land, and other resources so that you can determine if this land that you're choosing is suitable for herb cultivation. So you want to consider factors such as climate, sunlight exposure, and proximity to markets or distribution channels when selecting a location for your herb farm. All right. Next thing you want to do is develop a strong business plan. So create a detailed business plan outlining your goals, your target market, production methods, marketing strategies, and financial projections. Consider factors such as your startup costs, operating expenses, potential revenue streams, and timelines for achieving profitability. So there, in a lot of neighborhoods, in a lot of areas, they have small business association where they help you. They can help you do that. I know a group called Black Achievers. They have a program where they can help you do that as well. So there's a lot of resources out there that can help you develop your business plan so that you can, know exactly where you're going, what you're doing, and how you're going to get there. All right. Another thing is to start small and scale up. So begin with a manageable size scale and then gradually expand your herb farming operation as you gain experience and confidence. So start by growing like a few varieties of herbs that are well suited to your growing conditions, market demand, and then gradually diversify your product offerings over time, rather than just, starting 20 million acres of land and growing 500 different varieties of herbs. Don't do that to yourself. Okay. The other thing you'll need to do is obtain necessary permits and licenses. So research your local regulations and obtain any necessary permits or licenses required for operating an herb farm in your particular area. So this can include zoning permits, agricultural certifications, business licenses, and food safety certifications, depending on the scale and nature of your operation. All right, so check out the USDA in your area. They can have give you a lot of information as well as resources. So think about that as well. Another thing you want to do is invest in equipment and infrastructure. So acquire the necessary farming equipment, tools, and infrastructure needed to cultivate, harvest, and process your herbs efficiently. So make sure you know and understand the tools that you need. Some of these tools can be used for soil preparation, irrigation systems, greenhouse structures, drying racks, and packaging materials. So kind of take an inventory of the things that you believe that you'll need based on what you're going to grow and how much of it, so that you know exactly what you need to get when it's time to make that purchase. Another thing you want to consider is to build networks and partnerships. So establish relationships with other farmers, suppliers, herbalists, retailers, and potential customers to build a network of support and collaboration. Attend industry events, join local farming organizations, and participate in community outreach activities to connect with others in the herb farming community. I cannot stress this enough, how important it is. I've been able to find some of my herb farmers by being a part of other events and things like that, and making that connection with them, and knowing and learning about what they do and what they grow and all of that, and then they learning from me as an herbalist what I do and what I make and things like that. It's been very beneficial and it's been very supportive. So join a support group in your area, a local farming organization in your area, and if there are none and you see some farmers out there, go ahead and start one up. Okay. The other thing I will say as well is to continuously learn and adapt. Okay. Stay informed about new developments, best practices, and emerging trends in herb farming and agriculture. Like I said before, and in other, earlier podcasts, things are constantly shifting and changing. Things are constantly developing. Now that you're adding in technology, that adds in another layer. So make sure you're staying informed about new developments and continuously seek opportunities for learning, experimentation, and innovation to improve your farming techniques, optimize your crop yields, and adapt to changing market conditions. All right. And, by learning and growing and taking these steps and committing to ongoing learning, you can lay the groundwork for a very successful career in herb cultivation, in herb farming. And of course, like I said before, I cannot stress how much and how important herb farmers are, to the field of herbal medicine. Very, very important, because without the herbs, What are you giving people? Right? And it's always best if it's local. It's always best if it's organic. It's always best if it's fresh. Okay? So, how do you know that? Because you have a farmer in your area, because you have a farmer you can call and you can buy and purchase herbs from. And what better, world is that to be in? All right? So, if you are interested in herb farming, I hope that I have given you some information a little bit about it, the things that you need to know. And if you're interested, hey, shoot me a message. Let me know, hey, I'm looking into it. I'm interested in it. I'm always happy to talk to people, happy to, hear what my listeners are doing out there and what you guys are getting into, all things concerned herbal medicine. Love to hear from you. So feel free to reach out. And if you like what you heard, please stay tuned for more informative podcasts. You can hear this and future podcasts on Spotify and YouTube every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also follow me on all social media sites at The Demystified Herbalist. And if you are looking for some herbal products to help you address your health needs, head on over to my website, thedemystifiedherbalist.square.site. And until next time, family, I'm out.